Alright, what's up? This is your market recap for September 2nd, 2025. Today, as you can see, we played pretty bearish. Today I was looking at this fair value gap as an inverse, right there. We reacted off of it here. Um, Early today, like market open, we were all the way down here, right? So this was a huge bearish candle. Obviously playing off of this SMT of highs. If we go down to the hourly time frame, we can see the big driving factor for me playing long today, or wanting to go long today, was because we had already expanded. Where did we open? Here. We'd already gone down about 500 points. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take a short, even if it goes down more, not going to take a short after we've already gone down 500 handles. Then price put in this SMT, barely sweeping both of these lows. So that was like a sign to me to say, okay, we're going, right? Um, Unfortunately, it was a little too high time frame of a move for me to catch, but if we go down to the 15-minute time frame, we can see swept one, consolidated, swept the other, barely once again, had that SMT, expanded upwards, took out this high, and then the macro turned us around because we needed another one. All right, we took out this low right there. Or actually, no, we didn't. ES did. So this right here is an SMT, as you'll see on the 1-minute chart. And that's what started this push up. And then from there, lunch really put in that SMT, made that move, and something that I'll really look at is if we look at the entirety of the move that happened previous to lunch starting. So that would be this bearish move for an example. See how high we retraced, right? There's no inefficiency within here. Even this inverse fair value gap right there, it's too high for that, right? We closed above it. So this tells me, and the SMTs on the lows, that we're not just gonna go back to playing bearish for PM session. We're gonna look to play bullish, and that we do. We retrace here, 230, we hit this 15-minute, and we start expanding upwards, targeting this high up here. 5-minute chart doesn't really add much. We can see barely swept this one and this one. SMT there, expansion, barely took out this high once again. Boom, down, SMT of these lows. Again, you'll see that on the 1-minute time frame. We then expanded pretty high above this. Once again, actually, we closed nicely within this 5-minute there, so that could be a little confusing. But that's just where experience comes into play. I guess you could have played short at the beginning, right, to play it down to this 15-minute. But higher time frame, we were switching to bullish, given by this SMT down here. So we hit this 15-minute, expanded upwards, retraced the 5-minute, and then continued upwards once again. That was our target for the PM session. Now, here we go. Took out this low, again, consolidated, dropped down, took out this low, immediately came up off of it. We then have the macro from 50 to 10, right there. That started this expansion up, took out this high, tried again, macro, boom, down. No macro over here, but 1030 we had an SMT of these highs, which started this decline here. As you can see, if we take this across, boom, that's the low, right? That's this low. And we can see price doesn't hit it. ES does, so that's an SMT, which that paired with this huge one over here is what makes us go so high up, right? So we push up this macro, boom, to boom, takes us down. This starts to move down. And this macro, what's the best place to put this? Let's just do down here. This macro starts this move up, right? So the macro has moved the markets pretty well today, I'll say. But the higher time frame, it was in between, right? As much as I hate to call a low, today was that. Everything in me was telling me that this is the low. But that's why I didn't trade it, because I just didn't feel comfortable, right? We had been obviously with all this going downwards. We're trending downwards on every time frame. Maybe not the daily, um, but every time frame below that, 4 hour to 1 minute, all bearish. So I felt weird playing bullish, right? Um, which is why I was a little hesitant. Uh, my model didn't present itself. I mean, it did here, but it's too small for me to want to take. Um, again, I didn't really want to trade today, just because of like I mentioned, my gut, my instincts, my experience was telling me this is a low. We're gonna play bullish, but it felt weird calling a low. That's one of the things that I really try not to do is call a high or a low. And if I played bullish today, that would be indeed calling the low. So it felt weird. That's why I didn't take anything. But higher time frame SMT did get put in, as well as this lower time frame one, still kind of higher time frame, played this bullish upwards. Now, for the rest of the day, actually, I don't think there's an SMT down there. That would be trade of the day, though, in my opinion. I have to go pretty high time frame to see it. So if we look here, oops, SMT of highs there pushed us down. SMT of lows is pushing us back up. Now, tomorrow is very telling as to what we are going to do higher time frame. If we look on the weekly candle, all right, sorry, I'm flipping through every time frame, known to man. Look in the weekly candle, we have an SMT of these weekly lows, and Monday played, well, I guess Monday, the first day of the week, today's Tuesday, played bearish. So the reason I say we have to wait until what tomorrow does is because this is a perfect, like I pointed at the beginning, fair value gap, reaction upwards, SMT, boom, closed below it. Could be using this as an inverse. Absolutely could. This SMT could 100% be causing us just to retrace. But it also could be having us, come back up above it, close it, and then use it as a renewed bullish fair value gap, right? It's just some stuff we can't really count on. Hourly broke structure to the upside. 4 hour, it's getting there, but again, fair value gap. I really just got to see what happens overnight, and then what I'm going to do tomorrow is at market open. Well, not really at, but close to it. I'm going to see where is every time frame trending. Every time frame. Daily, 4 hour, hour, 15, 5, and 1 minute. See where everything's trending, see what's retracing, what's not, just to get a good idea of where the market's at. Because in my mind, the market is very much in a state of flux right now where it could go down and it could go up. Now, it sounds silly if you don't really know what I'm talking about, because of course there's two directions to a market, down and up. But in this case, I could see it going either. Daily fair value gap or daily inverse fair value gap takes us down, but then on the weekly, retrace, perfect, SMT of lows, perfect, taking us up. So really, all I'm trying to say is we have to wait and see, get more evidence to see what is actually happening before we make anything. So this has been your market recap for September 2nd, 2025.